What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First topic for this week, JConcepts, another body made specifically for the Scale News, I'm sure of it. This is the 1989 Ford F-250 Tucked. This has a pinched front and a dovetailed rear, or as they're calling it, a tucked version. That means that the front of the hood narrows in from the width of the cab, and the same goes for the bed. They're obviously trying to go for a high performance or a competition minded buyer with this body, trying to make a square body not so square in the process. Now, this they were showing with some 3D printed accessories, it looks like, in the bed, like a 3D printed roll bar and a roof rack as well. None of that stuff's included. Again, those are 3D printed accessories, it appears. The theme for the paint job that they chose for these kind of makes a deceptive look for the rear wheel openings, but if you kind of look past that, everything looks fairly standard on this. It's made for standard 12.3 inch wheelbase vehicles, so it's going to fit most scale trucks that are on the market now. If you'd like more info or you're ready to buy, you can click the link in the description to head over to the JConcepts website. Next, we've got another story regarding events. Axialfest has announced some tentative dates for the California Axialfest event, July 21st through the 24th. Last week, we touched on a number of events that are being announced and appear to be moving forward. Scale Nationals is coming this weekend, so big events starting to happen, most of them still running some sort of precautions. By the end of July, hard to say exactly what kind of scenario we'll be in, but no matter what, looks like we'll all get to go have some fun on the rocks together. As more information becomes available on Axialfest, I'll definitely do another update letting you know when you can buy tickets and when dates and locations and all that are 100% confirmed. Then let's touch on another topic with Axial, and this is regarding the Rifts, which are shipping and people are receiving all over the world finally. The US was one of the last ones to actually start getting new Rifts. And unfortunately, a lot of the issues that people saw on the initial release with breaking front axle housings has continued. However, I did talk to Axial last week and they let me know that they do have revised front axle housings on hand to get to customers for when or if that happens to you. And they have an actual customer service plan in place to make sure that those customers get those housings. It's an unfortunate situation when something like that happens with a brand new release, and the actual reason why this is happening to consumer models and presumably didn't happen during testing hasn't been said. But no matter what, it looks like there's a plan to get that in there. Hopefully customers get these without having too bad of a taste left in their mouth over the product purchase, and they continue to have fun with them. So if you're one of those customers, or if you're one of those suspected future customers, there's a little piece of information for you. Then today there was a video released from Horizon saying they were going to be releasing a Red Dragon on 3/18. And it's not exactly the Red Dragon that I had initially hoped it would be. The Red Dragon is a very infamous Ultra 4 vehicle that was raced by Lauren Healy and then by Cody Addington. Turns out this isn't that one, but it's probably my second favorite Red Dragon. This is actually an airplane built by Mike Patey, and it's Draco, or Red Dragon. I'm not a plane person, but I'm such a fan of Mike Patey and his YouTube videos with construction styles and tips for the airplanes that he builds. I'm probably gonna have to buy this one. So it looks like this may be one of the first actual RC airplanes I'll ever own. It says details are coming on this on 3/18. And if you've never seen Mike Patey's channel or the original Draco plane, which unfortunately crashed last year or the year before, I'll link to Mike Patey's YouTube channel in the description below. Absolutely worth checking out if you're into, carbon fiber construction or just any detailed fabrication stuff. Really good channel. And then speaking of releases happening on 3/18, Traxxas is finally releasing a drag car. You would have thought with how long they waited, maybe they weren't going to, but right when you started questioning if they were actually ever going to do it, Here it is, the drag slash. At this point, all we see is that they're putting a C10 body on it. Now they released a small blurb with it saying that it's got some innovations and things like that that they're putting into it. So I suspect that it's not just an LCG chassis slash with narrow arms on it. Maybe there's actually something different underneath. Hard to say. Traxxas loves to repurpose parts, and that is part of the allure of Traxxas. You can go find replacement parts at every hobby shop because it's used on 10 different models. What will be the case with this one, we'll find out soon. Definitely interesting. They're finally doing it. So many questions. Are they gonna just put a standard VXL in it? Is it gonna have the standard Stampede / two-wheel drive transmission in it? Gonna have the LCG chassis? What wheels and tires? What is going to be underneath of this? I'm very excited to see this. The drag space has obviously been super hot in this last 18 months or so. So after the information is released on Wednesday, you can join Matt and I for the live takeover where we have a show every Wednesday, just kind of talking about what's been going on or what's happening in the week, some other form of topic. And this is obviously going to be a big topic of discussion. So come join us 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for that live show. For those of you who have another round of stimulus checks landing, the Element Enduro Sendero HD is starting to hit shelves everywhere. You can buy now, it will ship immediately. You'll have that in your hand quickly. Or if you're trying to spend a little bit less out of that check, the Element Enduro 24 Trail Runner is also in stock now as well. We talked about those new releases a little while back. That Sendero HD's got some nice upgrades done to it. The Trail Runner, basically the same as the rest of the 24s, just with a different body. For this coming week, again, live stream takeover happening on Wednesday, but then my normal live stream on Friday and Sunday. It won't be happening because I will be down at Scale Nationals near Las Vegas. If any of you are going to be at that, let me know. Hopefully I'll get to see some of you guys there. Other than that, I'll be back next week with regularly scheduled programming, of course. Last week, a press release was sent out to Redcat dealers, and in that press release, it stated that there was going to be a price increase on almost all of their vehicles, going up about 10% on the retail side and the dealer side, as well as adjusting dealer margins as well at the same time. Now, Redcat is the first company we've seen this from as an announcement, but I don't think that this is going to be held specifically to Redcat. I think you're going to start seeing this through a lot of RC vehicles and products in general. The cost of raw materials is going up dramatically overseas, and this is obviously going to affect the part cost of each vehicle. And the value of the US dollar in comparison to some of those overseas currencies is also starting to fall. So we don't get as much for the US dollar as we did previously, kind of again raising the costs. Redcat had to make an adjustment, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see that adjustment made by other companies as well. And of course, we're only talking about RC products here because this is an RC show, but this is something that you'll likely see big picture as well. Companies are not in the business of losing money. So therefore, when costs go up, things have to change. So for this week's question, I wanted to pose to you a scenario. Would you rather see manufacturers make changes to their products to try and keep the costs down by removing features or certain things in the product to keep the cost at that $300 or $400 or $500 price point they were previously at? Or would you rather see the increase in actual cost of the product in the end? Because as the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So drop your feelings on that situation in the comments below. Always enjoy reading what you guys have to say about whatever the question is for that week, mainly because I get to pick the question. Duh. But with that, hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week. Thanks for joining me for the Scale News Update every Tuesday. I appreciate it. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.